Hey Columbia, today I'm going to show you how to make a fish out of a pinch pot, and we're going to use some pasta for texture. You're going to start by using a ball of clay and you're going to roll it into a ball. Now most of you have made a pinch pot with me before, but I'm going to review it for those of you who haven't. Once you have a ball shape, you're going to take your thumb and you're going to push it into the middle. You don't want to push all the way through because then you end up with a donut, and we're not making donuts today. You're going to use your pincher fingers and pinch all around the outside. I'm just moving my clay in a circular motion to make sure that I get all the sides. Okay, once you have a form that looks like a bowl, here's your base for the fish body. And we're going to be creating a fish from the side, so we need to add some texture, some eyes, and some fins. To do all that, we are going to use pasta and this brush to score with. So using the pasta, you can either roll it or you can stick it in. You don't want to go all the way through, so just be careful. All the pasta makes some really interesting marks in your clay, and it will help you make a more interesting piece. So this little piece of penne pasta makes some pretty good fish scales. You want to make sure you're getting the sides, because if you skip the sides when you put the fin in, it maybe hides some of your texture. I also like this piece of bow tie pasta. Okay, once you have a lot of texture and you're happy with it, now we're going to start adding our features on, and this is really going to make it look more like a fish. So to do that, I'm going to roll a medium. I'm going to roll 2 balls, and this is going to be for a 2-part eye. So I have one ball that's smaller than the other, and I'm just going to roll them. Okay, then I'm going to squish it down like a pancake, and squish it down like a pancake. Now, just like if you don't brush your teeth, your teeth are going to fall out, and if you don't brush the clay, the pieces will fall off when you put them in the kiln. So you're going to brush and brush and then stick. Okay, and there I have an eyeball. Now I want the eyeball on my fish, so I'm going to also brush the bottom or score it, and I'm going to score where I want the eyeball, which is going to be right here. All right, now I have my eyeball on. So now I'm going to make the dorsal fin, the flipper, and the tail, and the mouth. To do the dorsal fin, which is the top fin, I'm just going to roll a coil. And a coil is just like a snake, and I'm just going to roll it. To stick it on, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to score it. I'm going to score where I want it, and I'm going to stick it on. Okay, and I'm going to add texture to that, but not right now. The next step is I'm going to do the same kind of coil, but just a smaller one for the mouth. Okay, and I'm going to make this into like a donut shape. I want the mouth to look open, so I'm going to make the mouth look like this, and I'm going to score the back, score where I want it, and then stick it on. I'm going to do the flipper and the tail. To do the flipper and the tail, it's easiest if you just roll like an oval shape and then press it with your thumb. And that looks like a pretty good flipper. I'm going to score it right here because I want it to stick up or look 3D, or to be 3D. And there I have a flipper. And now all I need is a tail. I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger. And you want to remember the wide part of the tail is how it swims and how it moves the water through. So I'm going to make the wider part, make sure it's facing out, not in. Some people want to attach it here, but really it should be wider part away from the body. Okay, I'm going to stick this on. Okay. You want to make sure the tail is really stuck on there. Now what I want to do, I'm pretty happy with how my fish looks, but I want to go through and add a lot more texture. So you can use the pasta in a lot of different ways. But I'm going to add some lines might kind of experiment. If you don't like it, you can just get your finger wet with water and erase it. The last thing you want to do is you see all this like elephant skin. It's dry and cracked looking clay. To smooth that out, I'm just going to dip my finger in the water and rub it gently. And you can see it will start to disappear. All these cracks you have to fix now because once it goes into the kiln and it's fired, they'll be there forever. Okay, and I'm going to add, using this, I'm going to add a little eyeball. Okay, and there you have it, is my completed pinch pot fish, and it has texture from the pasta. So the most important thing to remember is making sure that you're scoring each piece when you put it on. So make sure you brush where you want it and brush the piece itself and then stick them together.